Hi everybody, welcome back to Rusty Gears Season 5, Episode 3 with me, Sid. Between episodes, I did go back out. I did get more conglomerate rock from the conglomerate rock area. I also got a whole load of conglomerate rock sand and gravel, and some bauxite gravel and a few bits and pieces. And I put the floor in. We put a ceiling in, so this is all nicely done. In terms of outside, nothing much except there's a lamp. You know, that's it. Everything else outside, pretty much the same. Food, still a problem. I have to keep going out foraging. Don't know, not sure. It doesn't stop bell spawns though. And yeah, obviously everything's growing out. Everything's looking pretty good. Yeah, the Night Watcher's not perfect, unfortunately, and we do need to add the magic mobs, the guardians, to it. But yeah, so we've got stuff done, and I've started another project, which is down here, which is the cellar. Well, it's not the cellar. The cellar will be down here, but this is not the cellar. And what we've got over here is a 7-long thing of water heading out under the ground over there. So as long as I don't want to do anything over there, we're fine. I also found this, some medium copper and claystone, not harvested it yet. We're going to go down to that level. There's a little cave here, but it doesn't go any further, which, you know, that's fine. And yeah, just some expansion capability. Now, what I need to do to start off today is I need to establish something. See, I found somewhere in one of these, I found this, a cross shoot. And I don't know if that will work as a thing. Now, I can make it like that. Those are relatively cheap. The shoot section makes a straight shoot, which is just 2, and a shoot section is made with copper. So, but if I've got this, I don't know if this will actually go and just pass stuff from one to another inventory. Now I need a chest for up here, shoot there, sluice there, output chest beneath, output trunk beneath, so we'll have a double. So I am going to grab, these should be cold now, I am going to grab 2 of these. Is there anything else I need to be thinking about making while I'm heating this up? I need copper plates. I need 4 copper plates. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's all of the copper. Now I've got lots of copper. I'm kind of groaning under copper at the moment, so that is not a problem. The issue is going to be with this, but I don't want to sift. Sifting is for suckers. Actually no, sifting's fine, and I will probably sift what bit of bonus oil I've got manually, because you do get some good stuff out of bonus oil, like copper chainmail and uranium nuggets and phosphite and all sorts of other good things. I have, oh hello, I really want the horns. I think I've got some Nubian horns. Yeah, there you go. Per traded me a gold plate for 2 temporal gears, which I didn't need. I've got 3. I didn't need 3 unless I was going to do a translocator, which I'm not. There's plenty of opportunities without having to go running off after translocators. So my plan is to make a Night Watcher so we can raid some stair ruins, and I need to work on, well, this is going to be my sifting setup, and down there we're also going to have cellar, some storage, probably some villager guests, well, trader guests, you know the ones. Right, so what did I say I needed? I'm going to do 9 nails. And I'm going to do this using. So there's a big question mark about whether this. If we have a look at my metalworking skill, it's 30.32. We're not sure whether Napster qualifies towards your metalworking skill, so it may be practical for me to manually do some of the smithing to get the smithing skills, because we don't want to. It takes that. That's okay. Okay, we got it for that. Okay. Well, we'll. Leave those there while we quickly make this plate. Plate. And I'll need 2 more of these, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, yeah, so progress. The other thing I want to do today is I want to head out west. I know where Punk setup was a good distance away, but it's also out to granite. There is granite out to the west. Now we've done a fair distance west, and that was obviously where all that copper is over there. I mean, we could try. I haven't done anything to the east, and I haven't done a great deal to the north. I think Per's up there, presumably raiding that dungeon. Yep. And that's all good. So let us start off with. Well, we'll put the plate down for a second. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. And I should have some loggage or plankage somewhere, maybe. And if I don't, it is not a problem, because, well, I've got some there, haven't I? But is that enough? If I get 16 off of this, then we're laughing. We've probably got enough for the all of the chests we need, but let's just do 2 of those for starters. Let's place 1 down. Let's place the cross shoot on. The cross shoot does not want to play, but that's fine. That will do. Now, if that works, I should be able to put something in there, and it goes in there, which is absolutely bloody perfect. Okay, we are cooking with gas, or a other. So if I place you, no, boop. This is going to be very dark down here for a while, I think. Let me just go and grab a piece of rammed earth and put that there, and then we'll pop you. Don't want you to do that. Can I do it this way? If I grab my input chest, then place you maybe not. I know what to do, I think. Let me just take you out. Get rid of you temporarily. Get rid of you temporarily. Place you temporarily. Are you going to work? We'll find out. Who thought placing a chute would prove so problematic? No, it's not having it, is it? Maybe it's this block here that it doesn't. Yeah, okay. So if I were to take that block out, put that block in there and there, and it's still doing that. No. Alright, let me figure this out. I'll be back in a mo. Alright, we got it placed. I basically had to put that one there, take everything else out, and it went absolutely fine. So that's in. It doesn't look bad. We've just heated up 2 more of these, which we can turn into plates. I just wanted to have a look. 32.62. I need to get to 40 basically. Which may be a while. But you know, we'll take the metal smithing thing as a process. I did take a skill in. I got a level in digging, and I took the sifting skill, which yeah, I think I went for the. In fact, let me just have a look. Processing, no, survival, collecting, digging. Gold digger increases the yield. So, you know, there's that. I don't know why I've just gone and rotated it. That's just used up more durability on my hammer, no doubt. But there you go. It'll live. But this is the last step towards getting, well, stuff. The sluice is a staple in all 3 seasons, all 2 seasons so far for me of Rusty Gears. I've used it exclusively. It's a biggie. It does a lot, and it's really handy. So you know, boop, worth having every time. Let me just go and get rid of this bucket. I don't really need you. And we'll grab you, and you can become a hopper. And then we'll head down. Oh, so that hitch is annoying, and I don't know what causes it. So what we do is we place the hooper hopper there, and we'll block that in as proper. This is all going to come down anyway, because we need to come down 2 levels. And that will go in there. And if I test my hooper hopper, if I can grab something, here we go. Perfect. Let's get sifting. So sifting in the bag. That's a good step in the right direction. We'll get rid of you. Oh no, I need you. I still need 1 plate. But we can come over here and grab 1. Let's just put 2, 3, 4. See that bauxite gravel in. Claystone sand can go in. We'll stick those in there temporarily. I would like to keep some gravel of that because I'm going to use some of it, but we'll put most of it in. How does that sound? Sand, and that little bit of sand can go. And then we'll go and pop you in, and then you, and then you, and then boop, 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 boop. And that should start producing me some resources, which is going to be good. Now the next thing I need is another plate. Let me just have a look at my processing metalworking. I'm at 34.92, so we'll make the next plate, and yeah, I'll be back in a moment. All right, and armed with a copper plate, we can. In fact, did I go? Yes, I've got some space to put some stuff away there. That's good. We can go and grab. Well, let's just try and sort my inventory a little. We can grab. Well, for starters, I have got 12 leather. because I've been processing leather like he's going out of fashion. So we've got 2 medium hides in there, there's 2 scraped large hides in there, there's 2 prepared large hides in there, and there's 12, which is equivalent to 4 large hides there. If I take 4 of those away, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we can do that. Now you are 5 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bang. That's 6 slots. And you know, that's pretty good. It's a useful position to be in. What do I want to do? Let's move up various bits and pieces. Those boards can go away. Now in somewhere in one of these chests there is some clear quartz. 1, 2. And that should be a couple of candles. So we pop one down, stick one there, stick that in there, go 1, 2, got a lantern, pop that into our first slot, and we have now got proper light. Finally. That's episode 3, and we can work around here with various levels of impunity. Now that is annoying. That needs fixing. So already got 2 pieces of sphalerite, so I think what we actually really want is cassiterite. But I'll take whatever it throws, basically. I think we're going to need to build this in a little bit more sensibly. Let us go and grab ourselves some conglomerate rock for starters, because this is going to, the reason I wanted more is I knew I needed to come down and do this. I'm going to use rammed earth back there though, because we're not going to be seeing that bit, especially if we do that. So that can go there, that will go down like that. Now I would like you to come out. Yeah, that can stay like that. That can go there. We'll do something fancy there, I'm sure. And then we need to take this lot back to rock. And that might just put a block in there and chisel that in. We're not going to actually, no, that's fine, we can do that because we're going this way at that point. In fact, let me get my let me get some stairs going. Stairage, that would be a good plan. Boop and boop. This legendary copper chisel has got so much durability, it's lasting forever. So we're going to do that, which means I need to block out that one and that one and that one and then this one and then this one, and that takes us down to floor level. Do I do rammed earth? I think it'll kind of match the texture better, won't it? Let me just do a little bit of texturing as well. In fact, shall we do rammed earth? Well, we'll maybe mix it in with, yeah, okay, here's an idea. So this is the bottom level of the thing. I've got my conglomerate, and that's going to form the vast majority of this wall. But we'll throw a little bit of rammed earth in, just for good measure, just to break up, because it kind of does work as a texture, so I'm not averse do a bit of rammed earth. There, there. See, that works. And then when you've got your path down, that and that want to become conglomerate rock, and that gives us that. We can give ourselves that space there. Works nicely. Yeah, happy enough with that. Why are you not going in? That annoys me when I'm losing stuff. I mean, a piece of glass might be the right thing, but I suppose what I could do for now is take this back. What are these? Mirror. This is all new. This is definitely. Or is that? I've got the other chisel mod, the competitor, which I've not really played with. That must be from that. Alright. That may have to go. I don't know how that's going to play nicely with QPs. But we can make this look pretty. I am sure. Now what happens if I make this like a grill so we can see in? That was a definite ping going in, wasn't it? Everything. Clay, all the good stuff going in. All good. So let me just finish this off. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, I had to come out on a foraging mission. I ran out of food, and I think it's probably important that we try and get some kind of farms. Now, Blackguard is not a natural farmer. Blackguard is bad at farming. Blackguard gets minus 15% on his farming skill. So Blackguard probably, in fact, let me just double check. I think I get minus 20 from wild, but it's, yeah, so not so bad. If I'm farming, they're not wild crops, so I can harvest them, but I'm harvesting these because I want some seeds, because I haven't got a huge amount of seeds, because I haven't collected a huge amount of seeds at this stage of the game. However, I did, while I was out collecting all of that lovely conglomerate rock, I did found a patch of fire clay, and I mined it. All of it, yeah, all of it. I just had the lot. I went nom 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 nom, and had the lot, and ergo, there's something I need to make urgently when I get back. There's a couple of things I probably need to make urgently. One is going to be a mixing bowl, which is going to just be ceramic, so we need a mixing bowl. We can make it out of red clay or blue clay, so we're going to want, basically, I want 2 of those. So we're going to need to get a fire pit going, to get a couple of those going. And we are going to have to make ourselves some fruit bread. First fruit bread of the season, and it's not going to be the last. It's my lean-into food from expanded crops, and it's good. It gives you, obviously gives you dairy, not dairy, grain. Didn't get anything from that. See, that's your that's I've worked out why I'm not always getting crop drops from ripe crops, and that is because of my blackguard trait. So that's useful to know. See, didn't get any carrots from those, even though they were ripe. That's a wolf. You're not supposed to be there, Mr. Wolf. I'm not feeling... I really don't want to die this episode. I've won 2 deaths. Last season, I only got a total of 3 deaths. I think it was 3. Might have been 4, but I think it was 3. I'm fairly confident of 3. 99.999%. And I don't want to really get that. Interestingly, we had a bit of conundrum, which we have now solved. But the conundrum was simply put this. We have class recipes on. And, you know, there was a reason we had class recipes on, and that was we wanted to have an economy. Now, class recipes give a certain element of that economy. It's not totally there, but obviously, if you have class recipes on, then for example, I can't make a sewing kit, and I can't make a bow, for example. I can't make crude arrows. There's a number of things I can't manufacture as a blackguard. There's some things I can only manufacture as a blackguard that nobody else can, which is a blackguard sword and the blackguard shield. That really is going to be something for later, I think. But I can't make a sewing kit. And we realised that we had no tailor. So no one can make a sewing kit. Which means we can't make anything that involves a sewing kit. And in the case of armour, we can't make the best non-metallic armour in the game, which of course, if you know your armours, is I've got lots of good stuff now. That's good. Is obviously the good old Hoover watchmaker. I bought a sewing kit. I did find somebody who was selling them, and I did manage to purchase one. But I'm running out of places to stash stuff here. There's amaranth. There's your carrots. You can go in there for now. Oh, and that needs to go in its respective little hidey hole there. So anyway, what we did is we ummed and not about turning class recipes off. That was the first thing that we went through, and we decided against it because Chaos has kindly offered to be a tailor. So we gave him the carousel command, you know, the character selection command, and I think I'll do this one by hand actually, it's quicker. And consequently, we now have a tailor on the server. He's probably going to be one of the richest players on the server because I, for one, will be rocking tailored Gambleson most of the time. I will wear heavier armour when I'm out adventuring, especially seeing as I'm a class that is designed around heavy armour. And once I got to the point where wearing armour is really not a significant thing, there are some X skills things for me, for example. Let's copy that one, that's a quicker way of doing it. Then we will get to that point. But right now I need to make myself a clay oven, and I need to make myself, in fact I probably should do that right away. Have I got any red clay kicking around anywhere? I know I have. Red clay. let me just make these mixing bowls because they need to be cooking. So yeah, that's kind of that problem averted, and I'm going to basically save up the flax to get the relevant parts, and then I will pay Chaos to make me my tailored Gambleson, and I will be a happy bunny, or a happy-ish bunny at least. So that's always a bonus, isn't it? Right, we've got you. No, there, that's where you belong. Now these, I think when I put they need a fire pit each. I really don't have anywhere to put a fire pit right now. I suppose I could go, see, I could pull this cave in on this side and put the fire pits there. That might be the way to go, but I think, not quite. Right, it's kind of a work in progress, working out where everything's going to go. Right now, it will go here. 2 fire pits in the cellar. As good a place this as any, isn't it? It's going to be a lot of preparatory work this episode, if you haven't gathered. By the way, we've got some more gear. Oh, we've got another thing. We've got some gears. We have got, I got first gold nugget. We haven't got any cassiterite yet, which is really painful. You don't need a lot of cassiterite to go a long way, but you do need some. Right, we need you. I'm going to need sticks, so I'm going to have to go out and grab those, and I'm going to have to get those firing. So let me get these going. I'll finish off that clay oven. I'll also finish off digging this out, and I'll be back in a mo. Alright, I think my bowls should be done. They are. I've also been out looking actually for medium fertility soil, but I used it all in my build from the stuff that I've got. That's doing its thing, all good. So what we need to do is we need to combine you with I think you combine you with a stick in a mixing bowl. We do. And for now we shall stick you there, and then we're going to take a bucket. We're going to mix you up with that and that and that. That will get us underway. The bucket can go there, and then we are going to basically go 3 of those. That. I mean, we can do that, I think. Why is that not working? Has fruit bread been... We are on a dev version of expanded foods. Fruit dough is needing craft a mixing bowl, blah blah blah. And then you may mixing meals works slightly differently. Unlike kneading foods, like meal can only be mixed with exact ingredient proportion. I wonder whether that's it then. Not allowing me to go that deep. So it looks like it basically just does that. But that's fine. Something's changed. The ability to mix these up and make them really OP probably needed fixing anyway, if I'm brutally honest. Now, I haven't got any syrups, so we ain't going to have that luxury. That's 60. I should go with actually with a D's. Will you work? You will. Excellent. We're going to have a grape. And we might as well run over here because that's up to temperature while we mix up our last 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you only get 2 basically. Which I suppose is fine. That's what it is. And it's not like I'm not going to eat the fruit anyway, so no biggie. But the other thing is that I keep forgetting, or did forget, not keep forgetting because I know about this now, is this thing will heat off of that. However, we are going to need to be ready for that. That's just cute. I had to run it with a piggy. So let us get you cooked up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get those in. So we can put fuel in there, which I did to cook those mushrooms. And can we just hang on a second? I can bake you in an oven. I can't put you in a fire pit. Just bake you in an oven. And you get a little bit more and you presumably become less perishable. Well, might bake those. Might as well get the maximum usage out of them. I keep hitting you. I'm in Minecraft mode, it has to be said. You can be baked to 70 saturation, and basically last longer. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, we could juice you if I had a juicer. But that's fine. We got you. You've got 18 days of freshness with a decent saturation, and you are a good mix of stuff. Nope. Give me that back. Okay. And we'll cook those up. That needs just to go on the floor out of the way. How are you doing? You're really hammering through that sand. I'm going to have to keep that fed. But we are getting somewhere. The last thing I want to, well, not necessarily the last thing I don't want to do, the next thing I want to do this episode is I want to get a field going with to plant some of these crops. I'm going to do it out there just around the bottom. I'm just going to kind of loop in I don't know whether to go with a fence or, I mean, I could do either. It will both work. Fence might be the better solution. Boop boop. Yeah, might as well use the heat from that while it's the thing. It ups the saturation and it keeps it fresh for longer, I think. So definitely walking around with a lot of, oh, I didn't do that sunflower grain. Okay, well, we can pop that in. If I'm quick enough, I can make myself boop and boopage. 3 litres of water, bit of sunflower grain, oops, part baked, 1, 2, 1, 2. Make those up, and we should hopefully be able to get those cooked as well. There's a purr outside, doing something. Hang on, come on out, there we go. Yeah, we still got enough time to cook that. So, I'm going to get that cooked, and then I'm going to have a look outside, and I think what I will do is we'll bring the garden out this way. I'll come in on the inside of that termite mound, but we'll come around on this block here. We'll just have a very small garden. What I do need though is I need to change this stuff, a medium fertility soil up here, and not that, into medium fertility soil and turn it things, unless we I'll things ask her. Yeah, let me just go and get my fruit bread. Yummy. We're sorted. We see, food wise, I'm feeling reasonably confident. But yeah, we're getting there slowly. That's doing its thing. Oh, you've done, so that can come out. That can be scraped and go in. We need 2 litres. I need to do wheat tanning. Okay. This is the fun bit where we start running out of the essentials like tanning. Okay, anyway, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, it's another day, actually. Day on. And what's changed? I suppose what's really changed is I've already got the screenshot, is that we have this garden, and some of it, not entirely sure why these two have, those have grown and those haven't, but everything's in there. Some of it's already stunted due to the heat. This is a hot area. We're probably going to find that winter farming is more effective for some crops than summer farming, but at the moment I don't have enough seeds to really worry about things like that. We do have a gold plate that we traded off per, and a straw dummy which I've just made, and a temporal gear which will give me a night watcher. Now that is going to be instrumental in our quest. I'll just pick that up, and I wanted the damn boat out of it. But raft, you know. So this is going to be instrumental in our dungeon crawling. It doesn't stop everything. So, for example, if we were to... What's that? What is that? Sorry. Oh, bit of broken rubble. Okay. So yeah, if we were to go into a better ruin that had a pre-placed spawn of a, well, it doesn't really matter, pre-placed spawn of anything, it would still spawn, because it's not spawning naturally, it's being spawned by a special block or a special feature block, and consequently, oh, I didn't know anybody was building over there. Who's that then? Consequently, it can't block them. It won't stop bells spawning. They are listed as being a spawn that it can stop, but it just doesn't. But it is confirmed, Per has confirmed that it does stop them calling reinforcements, so that's good. Who's this then? I'm curious. Hang on, let me just avoid Mr. Pinchy there. Oh, Gran's, okay. Now we know where Gran's hiding. Where's she getting all this bronze from, huh? Bang, out of order. Oh, speaking of hiding, Gran, she's down there, look. Always with the underground. Anyway, let's go. She did that last season. Tent, went underground. Anyway, let us continue. Off. So, you know, all work and no play makes it a dull boy, as the saying goes. We had about 41 minutes on the clock, so I've got a little bit of time to explore. Just a little. And I would like to just see what's over this way. Because for the moment we're going all west. Now, I know there is granite. Always underground. Yeah, I know that there is granite. There's going to be granite somewhere to the east as well. That's kind of to me. Oh, that's handy to know. I've run out of sand for my sifting operation. I love these tunnels, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for this. So yeah, there is sand, and I will probably pause somewhere to get some sand. I'm going to guess that a lot of the ruins around spawn have been... Hello. Slow me down. Before we get to the thing, I'm not worrying about food, because I have got 10 hours worth of thing there. That's got 4 days, that's got 19, that's got 23 hours. We've got all the bread, we've got all of that. You know, we are pretty well set for the food. So let's just take the opportunity to see what there is out here. I also do need a reasonably sized piece of flattish desert for my main build this season, but I'm not sure whether I want it to be this claystone sand. That's a consideration that, you know, I haven't decided yet. But my main build, and I'm not even thinking about starting my main build yet, but my main build will be in a desert. It will use a lot of wood, so that's a good thing, because of course wood is cheap. Well, wood is plentiful. So what have we got going on here? I suspect that this opens out to the ocean, and will probably, if I were to go that way, which I probably will briefly, connect me up to that bit down here. Now there is a ruin there that I could go and fertile at, but that ruin's nothing new. I've seen that ruin before. Now you see, that is, I'm going to say shale, maybe, or is it slate? Shale. Now I don't think shale. I think shale is a sedimentary. I don't think it's an igneous rock or a metamorphic. And that's what we need. We need a rock that can spawn tin. That's the thing that I am missing the most right now. That and the opportunity to go and raid a dungeon, which we can do now as well, because we've got a little bit of insurance. Not to do a better ruins dungeon, but I think still need to get lots of flax and flax twine, so we can make the fabric. So we can. Oh, good grief! Well, I am going to have to jump off for that. I'm not. Well, I suppose I could buzz around in the water. I mean, I've done it before. It's just not fun. It's not something that you can actually sit there and go, you know what I want to do. It's you measures QP, upsetting the natural order of things. There you go. We'll blame it on QP. We normally blame everything else on QP, so let's blame it on QP again. What are you? You are peridotite sand. It's very pretty sand, actually, that. So, a bit of flint there. I should be collecting flints and sticks whenever I see them as well, because I always seem to be running out of sticks for definite. Right, how are we? We're nearly around. Oh, good grief. I'll Well, whatever they do, I'm just going to buzz around in the water. That's the way to avoid a temporal storm when you don't want to. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Ha 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 ha. I like to swim. Right, enough of that. I'll be back in a bit. I'm literally, so down there is a tiny little bit of granite. Couldn't find anything. That entire top is granite, but I come up here and I just thought, well, I found some lead and I thought I'll start digging and then look. Cassiterite. Oh yes, and I was just going to uncover it by accident anyway because I was going to dig the thing up. I mean, it's probably not a lot, it's poor quality. So, you know, let's not get excited. We're not out of into, you know, eternal tin bronze not yet, but I'll take it. Because it's better than nothing. I was just going to grab a whole load of this tin. I don't think sifting is limited or specificized to things. I think we need 50 units to, I think we'll get about 6 ingots out of that. It's not a lot. It is not a lot. But, now, my thoughts first were, well, if I get granite sand, then I'll be sorted because you know, we'll have a higher chance of getting cassiterite nuggets out of it. But I don't think that's how it works in Vintage Story. I'm fairly certain it did in Terra Firma Craft back in the day. But we ain't playing Terra Firma Craft. And even though this was, you know, depending on the view, there's definitely a Terra Firma Craft inspiration here. Sorry, I'm just looking around to see if there's any more easy cassiterite deposits to be found up on this bit. No, I'll get myself a bit more tin, a bit more sand, because we'll be heading back before long. I just wanted to come up here, and also I'm looking to see if we can't find an elusive ruin. That would be really nice if I could just find. I mean, I could go down a cave. That's always an option as well. Caving is a lot easier once you've got a night watcher, especially when you haven't got armor. My night watcher will be my armor. Now, the downside to using a night watcher like this is quite simple, and that is I'm a combat based class. I gain experience, or the experience that I need to gain in is combat experience. And if I don't fight, I'll just take a couple of stacks, that'll do us for now. If I don't fight, then well, you know, I'm going to be not getting that experience. So by avoiding combat, I'm actually hurting my class progression, or at least the sensible class progression for innate skills for someone of my persuasion. Nothing much down there. I'm just curious as to how far this granite goes down as well, because if it's deep enough, it may actually be worth caving. But if it converts over to that claystone quickly, it may not be. I'm very tempted to whack down my night watcher, just to give me a little bit of. Let me just pop some of this away. Cassiterite, I like my cassiterite. It's a lovely, lovely thing. We'll take that with us just in case. Because, like I say, you don't necessarily stop spawns with a Night Watcher. You can stop spawns with the Night Watcher. I've got a stack, or best part of a stack of dirt, so that's why I'm kind of being a little bit more cavalier with going down here. Plus I've got a pick and I can dig my way out. You know, there's lots of options to us. I've also taken the reduced fall damage. That looks like a bowtorn that has fallen, and that looks like an awfully long fall. I'm not sure about the wisdom of this, but we can explore the options. Take that out. Having the slot for the lantern is invaluable. What I wish I'd got also, but I haven't got the runic wherewithal for it. The temp runes, or temp gears I should say. What would be entertaining would be a teleporter, because then I could get myself out of this particular hole I've just gone and dug myself into. Whee! So far, so good. Let's have a look down here. I don't think this guy's going to be anything. And then we're into peridotite. So, yeah, he's a surface bowtorn as well. Just got one of them pieces of rubbish. We'll have a... Oh, hello. Glad I poked. A gear. I suppose it's not too bad. Not really bothered about that. Anything hiding? Oh yes. A forage vessel, which means I might get a book. We did. Survival 1.2. Well, not the best rune in the world, but you know, it was at least something. That's, yeah, okay. I think we've kind of exhausted this cave. I'm going to have to use up my precious supply of dirt to get out, I think. Unless I can, well, I'll have a little look around. But, yeah, the Night Watcher, definitely a cheeky option, but also a very useful option. I tend to think it's far more useful as a building tool, because it allows you to oh, hello. We'll get to my statement eventually. It allows you to spawn proof your builds without having to. It's basically the same ruin. Well, what a swizz. It's also the same vessel and a book with survival in it. Okay, well that was predictable. Hang on a second. That one. So the other one was peridotite because it was in peridotite. This one is granite ashlar, and I would like some granite ashlar. I don't want peridotite gravel. What I do want is all these lovely, lovely solid blocks of granite ashlar and the other one, perhaps. If it's solid block, then we'll have it, because I need this for building. Plus side, we'll also find if those cunning gets at better ruins have hidden anything else in here, because that's what, to be fair, that's when you tend to find all the little secrets for these places, is when something's hidden. You start going ham, tearing everything apart. Now, you don't normally tear everything apart unless you have suspicion well, I've got you as well, okay, that there's something here, or you want the actual blocks, which is what's occurring here. Anyway, I'm going to very quickly take this apart. I will go and double. I'm fairly certain that was peridotite down though, so maybe not. And then we just got to get out and get home. So yeah, back in a bit. And we are back. Now somewhere in one of these, I've still got some of that. I can stick that in there. We can pop those two bits away. Lime can go with the rest of the lime. Lumberite's blueprint can go with, I've got the plumbers and the palisade builders, so I've got 3 at the moment. Flint goes in there. Somebody somewhere has got those. That will not go in there as it is, but I bet it will once I've hit it with a hammer. My answer to everything. So that will go in there. Resin, I think that's perhaps in there. Got some packed dirt, that's just my emergency scaffolderizing material. We can pop you down. You have got stuff in you, but most importantly you have some sand which we can set through to process. And we have some cobble which we can put with the rest of the coal. Actually take the flint out, because I've got flint elsewhere, haven't I? There. Put my gears with my gear and stick you away, and then we take the cassiterite out, and that should give me 18 pieces of cassiterite. Now this stuff, if we have a look at it, we mix for tin bronze, lead solder or silver solder. Tin bronze, and that is 8 to 12%, so basically 2 of these for every 9 of those. However, I think if I remember rightly, you get 6 for 40. I'd have to double check my calculations, but yeah, we have finally got a small amount of cassiterite, which means we can at least make ourselves some bronze. But on that note, I think we're going to probably call this episode here. We've got this thing doing its thing. So we get lots of copper out of that. That's pretty good. I just would like a little bit more cassiterite out of it, because that would like thing. And we've got this thing to do, which we do need to sort out. I need to get a roof on this. I need to get a floor on this. We're going to put in a, in air quotes, hotel. But for that we need food, because you need to feed the traders, and I don't really have a lot of spare food. Hopefully that situation will change once these things start to catch up, but you know, you can see they are not going fast. So we're going to need to do some harvesting of ruined spaces. I would like some granite bricks. I'd actually settle for conglomerate bricks with granite, with this granite, because it is actually a colour that kind of works reasonably well together. And then what we are going to be doing up here, apart from a lot of chisel detail work, these are going to become stairs. We're going to put some stuff up here. We're going to make these boulders more bouldery and more craggy. And on the top here, we'll have our forge area will come out probably on this side. We're going to have like a chimney, smoky chimney. And then we will have a tower up here, which will be towering and towery and kind of all full of tower. I don't understand why this isn't growing as dirt. Interesting. Don't understand that. It's not a major problem. We'll put some path in to get to the tower edge, and we're going to also grab some leaves, and it's going to look pretty good. I think I've kind of been thinking about this for a while now, and I'm collecting inspirational images. Pinterest is your friend. Okay, we need also to do. Who's got the oak? There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to get you going, because we are at least at 3 bags of leather now. So we need to get our 4th leather bag, and then we can start thinking about a dragon harness. If I can find the is it saddle bags. I don't think that's somewhere on here. Here you go, harness. So they have the steel, they have these, which I think, I don't know why you would, what the advantage of having steel things, but your leather harness is basically some things, the schematic, and what, 1632 leather, so it's not cheap. And that's just some paper and a dragonstone. But the dragonstone also can be used to make these, which are your claim pieces. So you need actually not too bad if you wanted a gold one. I think there are non-gold ones as well. If we go back and back, gold and silver. Obviously uses silver. That uses all dragonstone. Gemless one. Doesn't look very gemless to me. Anyway, those are things for the dragons. That's for the future. I know QP's already got his. He hatched his early, so he's kind of bum rushed everything. But that's fine. Me, no rush. Steady. Got lots of things to do. But next episode we are going to go dungeon raiding, and I'm going to have to figure out where I want to go dungeon raiding, because I don't think there's any point going too close to spawn, because, for example, that one and that one have probably been cleared out because they're very, convenient. I don't know so much about that one. And then if I'm really desperate, there is that one. So, yeah. And then, of course, really, really desperate, there's that one and that one. So we're not short. We've got plenty of dungeons to play with. So, yeah. And that one, for example, that's a definite dungeon. so lots to play with. Well, that one. We're not shy of a dungeon or 5. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.